Welcome to MarcusG.TV and Chef on a Mission Radio. I'm in the studio today with one of my favorite guests. Say hello, Justin.
Hello.
Justin is my son. If you're watching this, it's hard to miss that he's not my son. So I had a very proud dad moment today, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Very proud dad moment. Justin used to be my faithful running partner at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
8 to 9.
You were my faithful running partner, and you and I used to go out and log some miles. But you're involved with every sport out there.
Yes.
So you play golf,
soccer, baseball,
everything.
Basketball, skiing, biking, some running.
Exactly. So
CrossFit.
You're very athletically inclined, and you don't run as much as you used to, nearly as much as you used to, but you can still get up and run.
Oh yeah.
I've seen you run 10Ks. I've seen you run half marathons with very minimal training.
Yes.
And you do really well. You do phenomenal. You could do better if you trained, right?
Yes, if I trained.
If you trained, but that's not really your thing. So you haven't really been focusing running. But now that you play JV soccer in your 7th grade,
yeah,
you were brought up 2 years early.
2
years early to play JV soccer, and you're actually starting.
Yes, starting.
You're starting and playing the majority of the game, and you're looking
midfield.
Great on the field. You're looking really great on the field. One of the other coaches from the other team in one of the preseason scrimmages said that you were looking phenomenal on the field, which was really nice to hear that from another coach. So I went to the gym, or to your gym class, which was on the track at school today, for my proud dad moment, because you're doing the timed mile. And I went to your last timed mile in the spring, May 2014. What'd you get in May 2014?
6:20, 6:24.
6:24, and it's now September 2014, and you're doing your timed mile again. So I wanted to jump out there and take a look. You knew I was coming. Were you happy to see me?
Yes.
You're happy to see me. Okay, good. I don't want to embarrass you. You told me not to wear my running clothes, but I did. I wore my running clothes because I go out for a run most days, so I got my running clothes on when I'm around the office. And it's only a block away, the school, from my office, from the restaurant. So I brought you a pair of my good running shoes, my good pair of Brooks that were 6 ounces. You declined on them. Last time you wore them, this time you declined. You had a pair of shoes that you felt comfortable in. And you wanted to beat, we talked about it, 6-minute mile, right?
Yes.
6-minute mile. Now, keep in mind the fastest time in all of middle school, which is 7th and 8th.
Yes, no, 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6th,
7th, and 8th. You're in 7th, so 6th and 8th. The fastest time was
6:18.
6:18.
By an 8th grader.
By an 8th grader. So your goal was now to do 6 minutes
or less
in 7th grade. So you figured out you needed a minute
30 seconds.
Minute 30-second loops
for every lap to get 6 minutes.
To get 6 minutes. So you guys, she calls the bell, you get kicked off, and you start.
Yep. Immediately.
I mean, you just like, I don't want to say take off, but you immediately, I mean, you can just tell that you were so far ahead. I mean, your first lap, you were passing people.
Oh,
easily passing people.
On my second lap, I was lapping the majority.
You had passed everybody at least once.
Yes.
Okay. So your first mile, you were coming down. You're coming down, your first quarter mile, you were coming down the stretch to finish up your first quarter mile, your first lap, and you did 1:15. You're 15 seconds ahead. Did you hear me calling out to you?
Yes.
Saying you're ahead, and calling your time. Did that help you?
Yeah.
That helps you, right?
I needed to know.
Right. You need to know how to pace yourself. The teacher was going to call it out to you anyway, but I'm counting down. I'm like 1:14, 1:15, 1:16. Good job. You're 15 seconds ahead of pace.
They're not getting into it like that.
They're not. The teacher's not. The teacher's just calling it out as you go across the line, because she can't call out for every kid. But I was giving you individualized attention, because I wanted you to know. So your second lap was,
I believe, 2:20.
2:20. So you lost a little ground, but you were still 10 seconds ahead. So what did you think when you were 10 seconds and you have 2 laps in, 2 laps to go, and you're 10 seconds ahead of pace, and you have 2 laps to go? There's only 5 seconds a lap, right? So
yeah, you could easily lose it, but
you can easily lose it.
I was feeling good. It was only 2 laps left. 800 meters. I count down the 100 meters each time, and last lap I just took off.
So now your last lap was one of your best laps.
Yeah, I took it a little easier on my 3rd lap to go to my 4th.
Right. Now, the whole time I'm every time you're coming around the straightaway, I'm calling for you. I'm telling you you're doing good, awesome job, looking good. I'm calling times out to you. So now you're really monitoring your times. It's really crucial to monitor, right? So now your last lap. I mean, when did you know you had it? Because you obviously ran a 5:56 mile today.
Yeah.
They penciled you in at 5:53. I think it was more like 5:56.
Yeah, 5:55 around there.
But you were on the books in school for 5:53.
Yes.
When did you realize that you were going to break that 6 minutes? Was it the first lap, the second lap, the third lap?
Starting my third lap, I knew that I had 1 minute and 30 seconds to do 1 lap left. So a minute.
So
30.
starting your fourth lap.
Starting my fourth lap, I had 1 minute 30 left.
And I told you,
6.
you had more than a minute left. You had like a minute 40 left or something.
Minute 30, no, 30, 40, about there.
Yeah, because you had 10 seconds to spare that last. Yeah. And I was really yelling at you the whole way, even when you were on the other side of the field. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
You heard me? Okay, good. Because I'm trying to shout the times out to you.
I heard he said,
minute
you're at 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
You're at 5 minutes. You're at 5 minutes, and you had just turned like the first corner or something, and you had the whole 2 straightaways and a whole nother corner, and you heard me. That's good.
Yeah, I heard you.
Because I was trying to monitor. Now I got so excited, I was going to run out onto the track to finish with you. Usually I get a video. I got your video of you doing this last year, but I was on the outside of the fence, and I ran that whole last straightaway with you.
Yeah.
Did that help you?
Yes.
That helped pace you?
Then I had usually the last lap for the first finisher in school. They'll call out that person, the gym teacher. So she was telling me there's like 10 more seconds to 6, and then I just had a little bit left and just went.
You burned it. You burned it. So 5:53 is what the school says. 5:56, whatever it is, it's under 6 minutes. What happened in school the rest of the day? Were people talking about it?
Yeah, I go later in the day. After school, before soccer practice, a kid comes into the locker room and he's like, "I heard you beat this other kid's record that he ran 6:18." I'm like, "Yeah, I did 5:56." And he was like, "Wow, that's pretty insane that you're only in 7th grade and running a 5:56." Yeah,
it is pretty insane. So, I mean, it's really not that insane. I mean, you're a good athlete. You're a good athlete. You eat right. You're a very diligent eater. Even when you're not around around me, you're a very, very, very diligent eater, which is great because you get put into situations where you have to make best choices, and you're very good at making best choices, and so is Courtney. When I hear sometimes when you go out with other people, you know, because you're away, you were traveling this weekend to Vermont without us, so you had to make better choices when you were out eating, but that's because we taught you how to do that, right? We showed you when you from the beginning that this is how you eat. This is the best choices, the better choices, and these are why you want to eat plant-based foods, and this is why you don't want fried foods, and this is why you want more salads in your diet and healthier foods. So I see some of those kids what they eat, and it's really. I feel really bad that what these kids eat. So I'm very proud of you and Courtney for the foods that you guys choose without me and Mom being there, because you do eat a lot without me and Mom being there. 'Cause it's just the way life is. So when you went into a restaurant this weekend, what was your first reaction? Because you were away in Vermont this weekend. What was your first reaction?
There's not much in the entrees. Go look at the salads.
And there wasn't much in the entrees, was there?
No.
What did you end up having?
Ended up having a house salad.
House salad? Did you have a veggie burger too?
Yes, and a veggie burger.
And a veggie burger. And of course, we don't know what kind of veggie burger it was. We didn't get in depth. That was that's better than those were the best options.
Yes.
So that's what it's about. It's about teaching your kids, showing them, and doing it yourself. Because how many parents don't eat healthy themselves? Yeah, and you can tell because the kids don't eat healthy, and it's a shame when I see that. So I'm very proud of you and Courtney for your food choices. I'm very proud of you and Courtney for your accomplishments, and congratulations on the 6-minute mile, because that's a day I've been waiting for. You know I've been waiting for that, right?
Yeah.
The last couple of timed miles, I'm like, come on, you're going to do a 6-minute mile soon. You're going to do and that training that you had this summer, because you do CrossFit a lot. Which you have to do running in CrossFit, and you have to do
Spartan race.
You did some Spartans this summer, and
Warrior.
Yep. But in JV soccer, you had a lot of running. You had some killer workouts. You used to come home and say, oh, "Man, this is a workout now."
We used to do 4 200-meter sprints in 30 seconds, and then a minute recovery, same thing, and then after we do half mile of that, we did 8 100-meter sprints in a row.
Yeah, so you would come home and you were like, man, this is some workout. And that kind of helped your running, didn't it? Your time today, I felt that did, because you got really pushed in JV soccer. So, proud dad moment. Me and Justin, thank you for watching and listening. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. If you have a question for Justin, you can email me at chef@chefonamission.com, attention Justin. Unless you want your own email address there. You want Justin at chefonamission.com or chef@marcusg.tv? Justin at marcusg.tv?
No.
You sure? I'll get you that. All right. Thanks for watching this video. If you like our video, please hit like, subscribe to our channel, and definitely pass it on.
Right, I can't stop it tonight. This epidemic, I'm trying to fight. Blood pressure's rising now. It's in the danger zone. Somebody help me, I'm about to go terminal. It's an epidemic, all the clinic.